Hi guys, welcome to this updated video on how to get your visa application fee refunds for international students and working holiday makers. As some of you are aware that international students arriving between 19th of January and 19th of March are eligible to get a refund for their visa application fees. And same goes for working holiday makers as well. Any working holiday maker arriving in Australia from 19th of January to 19th of April are eligible to get their visa application fee refunded. Now, we have covered this information in a detailed video earlier as well, but there is an update to this form. So we are creating a new video on how to get these refunds back. So first thing first, you need to come to this Home Affairs website, and then either you create your account if you already haven't got any account yet, or if you have got an account, then you can just go and log in here with your email and the password. So let's say if you don't have one, we need to create a new account. Then you need to put all these details with your email address, your first name, last name, phone number, password, confirming your password and reading these details and agreeing to these policies, selecting that you're not a robot, and creating a new account. So let's complete these details and create our new account. Once you have completed all these details, just press create account here. Once you have created your account, you'll receive a confirmation email. You'll need to click that email to validate your account. And once you have validated it, you come back to this page and log in with those email address and the password that you have just created. So let's log in now. So once you log in on your home page, you receive this message that'll talk about your eligibility criteria, the date you should be arriving in, and the visa you should be holding. Once you have read this information, then you can click on this submit new request. So here in this case, we are going to submit this form for our visa refund. So first thing first, you will need to fill your TRN or application ID that you can find on your student grant letter. You can find this information over there. And the next thing is application ID. This can also be found on your application acknowledgement letter or your visa grant notification. So please fill in those details. The next thing will be to choose your subclass. So this relates directly to your visa. So let's choose one of the visa holders. In this case, let's consider 500 student. If you hold a different type of visa, then you will need to select that visa itself. The next thing you'll have to enter the entry date has to be between the certain time frame as I mentioned earlier. Then you'll need to enter your first name, need to enter your family name. Usually when you don't have a family name, you can use your first name in there as well because it is a compulsory form to complete in. Then your date of birth, then the passport number, then the passport country where your passport was issued, then your contact number, then your email address that you have used to create this account, then name of any other client on the original visa you're claiming the refund for. So any other person who was included in your visa application, it could be your dependent or other people, you can put their name here. It must be as per the name appearing on their passport, so make sure it's completely matching those passport details. The next thing is payers details, refund information. So refund payments are generally made to the person who paid the visa application charge. This person, the payer, in many student visa cases is a parent or close family member, is the payer because they paid the VAC for your visa application via their credit card, debit card, union account, PayPal account, or by BPay. So then comes the question, did your parent or other family member give a cash money or use their credit card, debit card, or any other payment method, or use BPay to pay the VAC via migration agent, legal practitioner, education agent, or travel agent's IMI account? So if you've used any of the credit card details of your parents or your migration agent, then you'll have to select yes. If no, then obviously if you've used your own details, you have paid it with your own credit card or debit card, then you will select no, and then you will continue your application. But it's very likely that a lot of people have paid it through the agent or through their family. So let's select yes. So if this person is your parent or any other family member, they are the payer and we are legally required to return the money to the payer. So does the parent want the money returned to their bank account? In this case, let's say we want to transfer into our own bank account, so they don't want the money to be returned to their bank account. So in this case, we'll have to select no. Does the payer want the refund paid to your bank account? So if the payer is a family member or agent and we want the money obviously to be paid directly in our bank account, then you'll say yes here. So to complete this application, you'll need to complete this form, which is 1424 form, and then you also have to scan a couple of things and upload them in this application. So let's download this form here. So once you have downloaded this form, you'll need to complete it, and there are few parts you have to complete. So this form, you must complete the part A, part B, then we'll need to complete part D, part E, and then we'll need to complete part G. And these are the only parts you need to complete in this form. So let's see what we have to complete in this form. All right, so first thing first will be the payer's detail, who is the actual payer of this visa application fee or charges. So you'll have to type the name of person who paid this visa. So it could be your family member or the parents, and that's where you need to put their details in this part. So you'll need to type out the family name, the given name, the first name, their date of birth, their address, their postcode, their telephone number, and their email address. So you'll need to provide all these details in regards to the person who have paid for your visa application charges. Now for the part B, you have to complete the original application details, which is your TRN or application ID, file ID or client ID. So TRN should be fine. We have already got that on our visa grant notification. Then your visa subclass, which will be based on the type of visa you have got. Then the date when the visa was applied or date of application, then the applicant's name, which will be your name in your case, family name, and your first name here. Then your date of birth, the applicant's date of birth. How was the application lodged? Was it lodged online, or was it lodged paper in form, or was it lodged paper form outside Australia? Then where the city and the country of overseas mission where it was launched. So you have to talk about which city or the country this visa application was launched. Most of visa applications are online, so you could choose this, and you must attach the supporting documentation for the lodgement of your application of your visa. So that's for you as to the applicant, that you are the one who's you can complete this side of the things. Now part C, we don't need to complete this receipt details. We go to the part D, where it says, is the payer named at question 1 deceased? Which means that if the person who have paid the money, if they died or they're still alive, then you select no. If they are not, if they are, then you go to question 19. But if you know that they are still alive, then select no. Do you, the payer at the question 1, intend to claim the refund personally? If the payer wants to get the money in their bank account, then they'll have to select yes. Otherwise, they'll have to select no. In the next part, the payer has to give authorization for a refund to another person, which is a declaration that I am the original payer named at question 1, and I authorize the person whose details and signature appear at question 19 to receive claimed refund amount if refund is approved. So then You have to get the signature of original payer, and it has to be physical, which means it has to be a scanned copy. It can't be electronic signatures. It's not accepted in your visa application. It's very important you get the actual physical signature of the original payer of these visa charges. Then the date when the person is signing this document, then the authorized person's details. So this is the person authorized by payer named at question 1 to receive the payment on his behalf, and or if the person is deceased, the person authorized to act on his or her behalf. So that's where your personal details will come again if you are going to receive that money in your bank account. So put your family name, put your first name, your date of birth, your address. You can put your address here in Australia if you already have moved to Australia, which is most likely the case. That's why you're getting this refund. Then your telephone number, your contact details, and then your signature and the date when you're signing this document. Make sure you sign it in a physical format as well. No electronic signatures are accepted. Then the next part you need to complete is your account details, which means you have to complete your Australian bank account or overseas bank account. I suggest you to use Australian bank account because it will I suggest you to use Australian bank account because it will be much easier to get refund quicker into your bank account. So here you'll type out your name of the account holder, the banking institution, the bank you deal with, and where it is located, and then the branch address. You can copy paste that information from Google. So you have to select if you're using Australian bank account, and then you'll have to provide your PSP and account number. If you're using overseas account, then you have to provide all these details, which country it is going in, the international banking code, the currency, branch code, and account number. And then the last part we have to complete is part G, where it says supporting information. You must provide a clear and well-supported reason for requesting a refund. So in this case, we'll have to just write a sentence or two, right? And then once you complete it, make sure you've got the signatures and everything. Then you save this document, and then you go back and upload these documents over here. So you need to upload your form 1424 here. Make sure it's correct, make sure it's completed, and make sure all the signatures are there before you upload it. Now the next thing will be a bank statement we need to upload. It says a scanned copy or the photo of the payer's bank statement, clearly listing the payer's name as the account holder and showing the bank branch number and the bank account number. So you need to upload a bank statement, the payer's bank account, which has to list the payer's name and as the account holder and the bank branch number and the bank account number. So you have to get that payer's bank account statement. So whoever paid the money, you'll have to get their bank statement. I know it's a bit of effort and pain, but it has to be done in order to get your refund. And last thing will be a scanned copy or the photo of payer's signed identity document. So you must have a scanned copy, the photo of payer's signatured identity document. It could be a national ID or some other ID like a driving license or a passport that you can use for uploading that. So make sure you upload all these documents here in this identity document. The last thing will be to tick this box, giving a consent and declaration to the following matters: that you have read the policy, that you are the student visa holder, that you are the payer of the visa application charge, or have attached a form 1424 with authority from payer to pay the refund into the bank account, into another account as specified by the payer. And it's very important here, they have written that please do not lodge multiple refund claims for the same eligible visa. If you have not included all required information, we will contact you. Now once you have completed all these documents, then you can press the submit button, and that's when you will lodge your application. Now it is being reported by some students that it's taking a longer time for them to get their visa application fee refunded. There is no timeline given here by the government how long it will take. So you'll have to wait until they get back to you or they contact you. If they're not contacting yet, we'll just have to kind of wait. Now, one more thing before we finish this video. For example, if you decide to select no to some of these questions, let's see what happens then. So if it says, did your parents or other family member give cash money or use their credit card, debit card, Union Pay, PayPal account, or use BPay to pay the VAC, which is visa application charge, via your migration agent, legal practitioner, education consultant, agent, or travel agent's IME account. So in this case, we've said yes. If we say no, so your parents didn't pay, let's say, then did you lodge your original application via migration agent, legal practitioner, educational agent, or travel agent's email account and pay using your own credit card? In this case, if you have used it, then you can say yes. Um, and then the process is very easy because it says, do you wish to have this visa application charges refunded to your same account? Then yes, in this case, um, we will be unable to process the payment to credit card or PayPal account. In this case, you can choose some other account as well. So you can use your bank account detail of the country you're coming from, or you can use Australian bank account as well if you want to get this refund. As I mentioned earlier, Australian bank account is the quicker way to get your refund back. So yeah, based on your personal situation, you have to select yes or no whether you have paid the money yourself or your parents have paid the money, and has it gone through the agent. What's the sort of situation in that case? Most likely it's going to be your parent or your family member who would have given money to the agent or some your consultant, and in this case you'll have to select yes. And if that person wants to get money refunded to their bank account, then that's great. If they don't want it, then you'll have to select no. And then if the payer wants to refund it to your bank account, then you'll have to select yes. So based on your arrangement with your parents, you can select yes or no over in this question here. Does the parent want the money refunded or returned to their bank account? Then you'll have to select yes. And if no, then you'll have to make sure that you complete this 1424 form in that case. Well, I hope you find this information useful. If you do, please make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And thanks for watching. We hope to see you in the next one.